Is there a reason the British omit the article when they go to hospital? Why do British speakers omit the article in constructions like go to hospital or go on holiday? Pretty much all American speakers would rephrase those as go to the hospital and go on a holiday, I think. Is there any good reason, or forgotten sense behind those words that might explain why the articles are omitted? Are there other common constructions other than those two that the British use that drop the article? I just realized per Cosmonaut's comment that Americans do much the same thing with a few nouns, so this isn't all that special. Do grammaticists designate nouns that can have their article dropped with anything, i.e. do they have anything in common?
I can't speak for AmE, but in British English there is a distinction between to school and to the school. If you say, he went to school/church/hospital, you imply that they went there for the purpose for which that place is designed. On the other hand, if you say, Jimmy's parents went to the school to meet the headmaster. He wasn't religious, but he went to the church to help with the flower arranging. With a bottle of arsenic in his pocket, he went to the hospital to visit his sick wealthy mother-in-law. It implies that they went there as a visitor and not for the actual purpose of the building in question.
When we omit the article before the noun, we are thinking of a state or condition, not of a specific place, in jail, in love, in hospital, at university, under fire.
How we refer to roads is an example where the reverse is true in some parts of the US. Brits might say take the N1 or take the A1, while most Americans will say take 95 or take 81. In Southern California, however, people say take the 101 or the 1.
There is a distinction. I went to the hospital describes the act of physically visiting the physical hospital building. I went to hospital describes the wider act of having been infirmed and gone to the hospital building, possibly with a stay, and having been seen by a nurse/doctor. Similarly, he just got out of the hospital implies that he has stepped out of the building, possibly having popped into the hospital shop for a lottery ticket. He just got out of hospital says that he has been discharged and is probably feeling much better. I went to the school describes the act of physically visiting the physical building, whereas I went to school talks about the wider act of having spent the day in an educational institution learning from your teachers. You could mix and match them, but it's quite common to leave out the article in what is the more common case.
Wiktionary has an archived discussion on the issue, though it's from a lexicography viewpoint. Does the phrase belong in a dictionary? Also, are there other common constructions other than those two that the British use that drop the article? In hospital and at uni. Also, I'm pretty sure both Brits and Americans use in bed, in school, in church, and in class.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.